everyone, I'm Shannon Slatton. Here's a look at today's top stories.
The most dangerous part of this disease is the asymptomatic spread, especially amongst very mobile and social 18 to 35-year-olds.
With efforts to slow the rapid spread of COVID-19, Governor Tim Walz unveiled a new mobile app that alerts users if they've been in close contact to someone who has COVID-19.
With the help of a nonprofit PathCheck Foundation, who helped develop an app called COVID Aware Minnesota.
Here's how COVID Aware works. If you test positive for COVID-19, a health department will contact you to give you a verification code. You can voluntarily enter the code into the app only if you want to anonymously notify those around you. Whenever you're within 6 feet from someone for 15 minutes or more, the app will alert that person in 12 to 24 hours that they've been exposed.
The app itself does not track your location or use GPS in any way. It does not use your identity or share your identity with others, including with Google or with Apple or with the state of Minnesota. If you install the app, at no point in time does it ask you for any identifying information.
The app will not tell others where they were exposed nor by whom. It'll just give a broad time range. To further protect privacy, users are identified by random ID numbers that change frequently.
Businesses with an ability to warn employees potentially, schools, colleges, universities where the adoption of mobile phone technology is very rapid with an ability to notify people that we don't know that should be notified. Religious spaces.
The app uses Bluetooth to determine how close you are to someone and to signal other phones. State officials say 20 other states are using the technology to combat the fight against COVID.
This app can help us return to many of the activities we miss so much and save lives.
Pafua Yang, CCX News.
Today we're canning our first 2 beers. We got a double IPA and a fruited kettle sour.
Elm Creek Brewing Company is the first and only taproom in Champlin.
We're a microbrewery. We only have a 5-barrel system.
The company is now temporarily changing its business model because of the governor's COVID-19 restrictions.
It's been an anxious week. We had a meeting yesterday trying to come together on what plans we could do to get us through the next 6 weeks.
The craft brew maker always had plans to can beers, and now that the situation has come to a head, the company is able to pivot its operation.
Getting our branding out there is very exciting. Getting our beer in a can is definitely a next step for breweries. Now we can roll right into canning and keep that going.
They recently brought in a mobile canning unit so they could sell beer at liquor stores.
If it wasn't for the shutdown, I don't know if there would be such a demand for our beer in the liquor stores.
North Star Canning brings the equipment, and Elm Creek Brewing supplies the beer.
So they bring in the cans, the canning line, and the label machine. Get it all set up, takes an hour or so, and then we hook up the beer and start running.
Once the process starts, it's pretty quick.
Say somewhere in the 40 cans a minute.
Elm Creek Brewing Company officials are optimistic. They hope crowler sales and 4-packs at liquor stores can help them stay afloat during COVID-19 restrictions.
They're all pretty excited. We look at it as an opportunity. It's a good opportunity for us to kind of take this next venture in our business.
In Champlin, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
It's just such a nice, colorful little dessert and naturally gluten-free too.
Tasty treats are easy to find in the Twin Cities, but there's one particular dessert
My favorite is the dark chocolate orange.
you're not likely to see in most of your average bakeries. It's why Nikkolette Krumhauer seized an opportunity.
French macarons are unique, especially in the Minneapolis metro area here. I don't really know of many companies that specialize in only macarons.
7 years ago, Nikkolette rented kitchen space in this building along Highway 169 in Plymouth to make the decadent French pastry.
Yeah, I started kind of doing this on the side and it kept growing and growing.
It grew so much that she was able to give up her job in corporate finance and purchase the building outright. A year and a half ago, she put up a sign outside and added the retail component.
They see the sign and kind of look me up on Google or whatever and come on in.
What they find is more than a dozen flavors of the French macaron.
A lot of people are like, well, I don't like macaroons, I don't like coconut. And I always say, you're in luck, because there's no coconut in these. So these are the French macaron.
A dessert, Nikkolette says, that's still foreign to many Minnesotans.
The French macaron should melt in your mouth. So the shells are, I would say, like a meringue. And then the fillings, I prefer to use fillings that are a dark chocolate or a white chocolate ganache, and then layered in with the flavors.
It's a treat that's perfect for wedding receptions, parties, and big corporate events, most of which aren't happening during the pandemic.
So I no longer have people ordering, 300 or 400 macarons for a large event. So it has kind of turned into a lot of little purchases.
Little purchases aided by the fact that they now ship nationwide.
To get that in the mail is kind of special.
In addition to the macarons, Nikkolette's store sells brands such as Here's the Deal Spice, the Keto Scoop Ice Cream, and Ink Sweets Cupcakes and other desserts, all of which are produced by other people under this same roof. But the main draw is the flavorful pastry that's less than 2 inches in diameter, sold in a building that serves as proof that a hobby can become a full-time job.
They're just a really nice treat to savor and make you happy.
In Plymouth, DeLane Cleveland, CCX News.